Since so many people are confused about this, I had to leave work, go out to my car to give you the red pill spectrum. I keep getting comments too. Disclaimer, I am not home math. I don't make no money. These red pill guys, they'll make you believe that men and women are on a scale of gender, and these really cool guys who give you all these tips and tricks about women that they know so well are way over here on the masculine side, and all these women who act delirious and irrational, they're way over here on the feminine side. They might even go as far as to say that if you don't go on their side and a female is over there, that they have a haircut like that, and if a man is over here, you can see it looks the same because, yeah. What these guys don't tell you is that all these things come from what we see on TV, programming, societal standards, and core beliefs, what you think men and women are. And what it looks like is women are the caretakers, they take care of the babies. They're the crying and emotional ones. They want marriage and they express their feelings too much. Whereas men are focused on money, they get angry instead of crying, they're focused on sex instead of marriage, and they don't express their emotions or they just suppress them and they're blank. So, this is what it looks like to them, and they could not be more wrong. I would argue that instead of a gender spectrum, we should be looking at an attachment spectrum where some people are anxiously attached and some people are avoidant. Sometimes you may find men who are avoidant and women who are anxiously attached, but that's not always the case because I know plenty of men who are anxiously attached and women who are avoidant. Then, on top of the attachment spectrum, you have to look at the fight and flight response spectrum, where this combined with this will give you more of an attitude than what you were born with between your legs. So, you got to look at the fight and flight. If you are a avoidant person and a fight response, you may have a mixed up emotional response system. If you are anxious and you are flight response, you may just ghost people and dip out. If you are anxious and a fight response, you may cause a lot of chaotic behavior in your relationships when things go wrong. If you are avoidant and flight response, you may just ghost as well and leave people on red. So instead of a XXXY chromosome formula, I would argue that it is a influence plus attachment times reactivity. So how are you influenced? What are your core beliefs? What does society say? How much do you believe it? What have you been exposed to? How much do you believe it? What is your influence? Plus, what is your attachment times what is your reactivity? So, for example, you may have a female who expresses her feelings, is interested in marriage, and is a caretaker who does not vibe with a man who is interested in sex, expresses his feelings, and cries instead of gets angry. You may see that two people are incompatible when the female is the caretaker, interested in sex instead of marriage, and gets angry instead of crying, may not be compatible with the guy who wants marriage, expresses his feelings, and is more focused on money. But people are not custom designed, we're not robots, so you may find a female who is focused on expressing her feelings, wants marriage, is a caretaker, and is focused on money, may be compatible with a guy who expresses his feelings, is interested in marriage, is a caretaker, and focuses on money. And to show a little bit of the opposite, you may have a female who gets blank, who gets angry instead of cries, is focused on sex, and is focused on money, who may be compatible with a guy who gets angry, is blank, is a caretaker, and focuses on sex instead of money. Jeez. This red pill guy will have you think that all men are like this and all women are like that, and that is just not the case. Stop looking at it like that. You are a broken man who has been hurt in the past, who doesn't want to self reflect, who is categorizing women you see on social media in a dating culture, and you're trying to attribute it to all women, and you are wrong, sir.